Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrew, and today I'm going to show you some of the applications you can adapt and continue developing them, and you'll be able to configure these applications to suit your needs. What I'm going to illustrate today is the accounting system. I'm going to illustrate the accounting system first, then I'll be looking at other applications, and at the end of the video you'll be able to download this application or accounting system, and you're able to keep proper books of accounts. So I'm going to open the system and illustrate this the accounting system, and you should be able to use this system to keep proper books of accounts. And you get this message. Of course, this is a safe application, shouldn't worry about it. You just open. As you open the application, it gives you a welcome message with accounting system as indicated in this illustration. So this is the main form or the main interface of the accounting system. So as you can see, it has a button for passing entries. It has a button for opening a ledger account. It has a button for reports. You can be able to exit, and you can be able to add a new ledger account, and you should be able to edit a ledger account. As you can see, this is a very well designed interface. I think it looks very nice, and without further ado, I'm going to show you how to use this system. So for some of you who are accountants, you know what a ledger is, and of course you know what trial balances are, you know what balance sheets are. Basically, this system will enable you keep proper books of accounts. But before I continue, I just want to show you some of the reports you'll find in the system. You'll find a trial balance report. You'll find a button for spooling the trial balance. You'll find a report on profit and loss. You'll find a balance sheet report. These other reports are not yet done, but of course, if you're interested in the application, you can download it, and you will be able to add more reports for yourself. So you can contact me if you want the editable version of this application. But the way it is, it can keep for you proper books of accounts, especially for small and medium enterprises. So let's begin. I can close this window here. Let's begin by adding a new ledger account. I've already added some ledger accounts. If you can go to first of all, edit ledger. These are the ledger accounts I've added. So you can see, in any business, expect a company to have cash at hand, that is cash in the office. You expect to have cash at a bank, but of course it's an error here. It gives me an opportunity to correct this error. It should be cash at a bank. Correcting that. You expect a company to have data. Those are people who buy your merchandise on date. So you expect receivables, which is the same as datas. So I can also make a small correction here. Datas. So you also expect a company to have fixed assets. These are assets that are used by the business to generate income. For example, a motor vehicle is a fixed asset. A motorcycle is a fixed asset. What else? We have so many fixed assets. Equipment used maybe in factories. All those are fixed assets, and they are used basically to run the day-to-day operations of the company. And then moving on, you have loans payable. In case you borrowed money from the bank, you have to keep a ledger to track the level of the loan, the level of the amount you have to pay back to the bank. And also you have payables or creditors. These are people who you owe money to. These are the people where you purchased merchandise and you didn't pay. Remember, debtors, those are people that purchased from you but they didn't pay. So debtors is the opposite of creditors. So moving on, share capital, this is the amount of money you injected into the business. And then share premium, this is the amount of money when, for example, the company has grown and you've sold the shares at a price which is above the par price. And then we're moving on, the retained earnings. This is the money that this is the amount that has accumulated in terms of profits over time. Then rental income, assuming you're renting some property and you expect income, so that's the ledger. Now we are on the income. As you can see, we started with let me take you a little back. The assets, these are the assets. We went through assets. Anything that's starting with 1 is an asset. So asset, when you got to liability, this is the liability. Capital. Here now we have capital. That is a 3. So when we go to 4, of course this is still under capital. Some people call this equity, the equity side of the balance sheet. So you move on to 4, rental income. So I was here trying to explain what rental income is. And then other income, if you are dealing, say, selling merchandise, the sales you've made, this is the account where you capture the information. This is salary you pay to your staff. And then this is medical expenses, assuming you cater for medical expenses for your staff. This is social security, if you contribute to social security on behalf of your staff. And then this is telephone bills, if you paid bills. You can see water bills. Now we are under expenses, that's 5. You remember 4 was income. Then postage, if you've paid postage or if you used companies like DHL and FedEx, all that can be catered for under postage, and so on and so forth. You can add more accounts up, say 1,000. Of course, expect ledger accounts to range in a number of 100 to maybe 1,000, but most companies don't have very many ledger accounts. So this is the ledger account. This is the ledger account. So these are the ledger accounts. So you can close this. In case you want to add a new ledger accounts, of course, I was here, edit. This one won't allow you to add new ledger accounts. But in case you want to add new ledger accounts, you go to add new ledger accounts. Remember, if you're adding assets, you need to first go and check the last asset you added. For example, let me go here and add let me go and add, for example, assets. The last asset we added is 1004. That means the next asset you add will be 1005. Then if you are adding liability, you can see loan repayable 2001, 2002, payable to creditors. Then in case we want to add another liability, let's say we want to add a say water bill payable, and in case the water bill came in and it was not paid on time, You can always, or you can say bills payable to cater for water bills, to cater for electric bills. So let me add 2003. So here what you do, you come over here and say add, and now I'm showing you how to add a new a ledger account. So I'm assuming that you want to add bills payable, because that will be a liability. So here you make sure that you type liability exactly the way it should be liability. So lay the typo, and then in case you want to attach budget, but here the budget is not applicable, the budget may be more applicable on the sides of expenses and income. So that's it, we've added a new ledger account. We called it bills payable. So you just click here, or just close. Access is very intelligent. It will be able to save for you the information. So if I come back here and I check the ledger I've added, remember I added bills payable, which is liability. Remember the tools are liabilities. So I think you've got the concept of adding new ledger and editing ledger. For editing, you come here and look for that. Let's say we want to edit, say bills payable. You just come here and change and type. Okay, but now there's nothing I need to change here because it is okay, bills payable. So I close here. Having done that, now you want to start passing entries. This application is very, very robust. It looks small but very robust. It will enable you to keep proper books of accounts, such that the internal revenue of your country will find proper books of accounts. The auditors will find proper books of accounts in the company where you're managing or where you work. So rather than buying what we call bloated applications or a very big system, if your company is small or medium enterprise, you rather use this simple application and it works very, very well. It will work very well for you year after year. So let's go on and pass entries. I'm just going to give an example. Assuming today you received a water bill of say 40,000. So what you do, you come here and say pass entries. You can see this window will open to enable you pass the entry. So you can see the date will be automatically captured. So you put particulars here. You can say water bill. Maybe you are paying for the month of previous month was May. (2021). So as you can see now, of course this part needs when you understand the accounting, because we are passing debit and credit. Of course the debit here is going to be the expense. So I'm going to look for the water bill account, which is here. Debit water bill. I said we paying 40,000. It can be shillings, or can be any other unit. Can be maybe you're paying maybe dollars. This is just an example. I'm just illustrating. So having done that, you, after typing 40,000 here, you remember you have to pass a credit entry, because here when you do this and you just post, the system will not have balanced. So you do go back and do the correct entry, and in that case the system has not even saved the other record. So you just come and say water bill for May 2021. So I'm repeating the process, and you can see water bill. I'm debiting. You remember, debit water bill, and you are going to credit cash or bank depending on how you are paying your water bill. If the money is coming off your cash at the office, you will credit what we call cash at hand. But if the money is coming off from your bank account, there you'll credit your bank balance. So let's debit with 40,000, and then you click here, and then you say add record. When I do this, the system will automatically capture the same narration, and for your job is you can see it has captured the same narration, and it has captured the amount, yes, to reduce on the time you spend on typing. Of course, your job is now to select the money is coming off from maybe bank account, but let's assume that money is coming off your cash at hand. I do that, and then I post. In case you've made a mistake and you did that, okay, you can see, and you try to post, the system will tell you error. The debits and credits are not equal. It is a very intelligent system. So in that case, you have to go and correct. You can see the total debits should be equal to the total credits. So you put it back to 40,000 such that when I click on post the entry, the system will pass it because the total debits were equal to the total credits. So in case you want to go back and edit the entry, you don't do it here. Here it will not give you the opportunity to do that. That's where now we go back to this Open Ledger account, and you'll be able to see the entries that have passed on every ledger. These are the ledger accounts. You can see it has ledger ID. Remember, this account ID 1001 was cash at hand. You can see account name cash at hand. The budget is not applicable here. You can see the entries that have passed. I'd passed some entries, but as you can see, I'd passed water bill some time back, and I'd also passed income from rentals. I'd also passed I've just passed water bill for the month of May 2021. Sorry for the barking dog, but I think you can hear what I'm saying. There's a dog in the background. I apologize for that. So you can see that you have debits 1 million. When you knock off 30 and 40, the balance on your ledger is 930,000. Now with this one will enable you to manage to control your business, because you know that cash at hand in my business as at today is 930,000. You can even arrange here. You can arrange this column here because maybe you want 84 to come first. We should be able to arrange, but this not for today. It's not I'm not here to explain that, but you can see you can arrange. Okay, you right click and say sort smallest to largest in case you wanted to arrange this. So you can see now it is very well ordered, and yeah, in case you want to edit something, maybe this was bill for what, for bill for April. Okay, it doesn't give you the opportunity to edit, but there is another button I'll be illustrating, showing how you can edit this information here. So in case you wanted to find another ledger here, a fixed asset, we haven't passed anything on fixed asset. Don't worry about this. 930 automatically disappears by itself. In case you want to see what you've posted on water bill, let me look for water bill. Let's see, water bill. So we've posted these entries. There's an entry which went through by mistake, but remember the entry I was trying to post. But of course, let me first leave it there because I will show you how your balance sheet is not balancing, and this will give us an opportunity to control or to know where the problem is. So you can see, we can be able to check what is on telephone, what is on telephone bills. Telephone. There's nothing on telephone. We haven't posted, but when you go to cash, remember, I think that's where we started from. You have to do it fast. It's going to bring the running balance here. I think you can see that this system will enable you to keep proper books of accounts for your business. So you close here, and the next button I want to illustrate are the reports. So when I go to reports here, I'm going to check this and select a date from, say, from sometime back since the year started. I want to look at the profit and loss and the balance sheet, the period. So let's say 1st January, and then select the end date, 30th of January, 30th of June. And if I check the trial balance, you can see my trial balance, it has an imbalance here. That's what I was trying to explain, but don't worry, we shall go back and correct. But this is how you get the trial balance. But let us first go and correct the wrong entry we passed, which was incomplete. You remember when I was passing an entry which was incomplete. So I need to go and correct that entry. Let me go check it out, look it up. Okay. Underwater bill. So we need to get rid of one of the entries here because I think it was this 88. So because it came first. Yes, so I can be able to delete this entry. Okay, so I've deleted that entry. I want to see if I can. Okay, I've deleted that entry. So the next thing I want to do is to show you how to I'm going to show you how to again we go back to reports, and I'm going to show you the other reports here, and from January 1st to 30th of June, say 30th, we want to see the position of the company. So when I pull this data here, I should be able to see the entries that I've passed. You remember I passed 30 and 40. It gives me 70. I entered some information, rental income 1 million, and then it is showing cash at hand is 930, and this 30,000, 930,000, and this is the difference between this 1 million and 70, because when I have money and I spend 70, the balance is 930,000. So you can see the profit and the loss. Again, you remember you earned 1 million. This is the rental income here. This is income part, and the expenses you've incurred are 70,000. So giving you a profit or loss of 930,000. But of course, this is a profit. If it was in negative, it means you've made a loss. So you can now even check your balance sheet. It doesn't have much, it only has cash, but of course a balance sheet should have assets, liabilities. It should also have the capital, but because we haven't entered much information, we're only getting this. So here is showing a profit of with an error, but in order to eliminate that error, you have to first open the profit and leave it open, and then you go back to the reports and then open the balance sheet. So this is like the liability side of your balance sheet. Of course, balance sheet shouldn't worry that it's not, this is not a loss. It's showing that the assets are positives and the liabilities are always negatives, but in the future versions we shall be able to put this back so that it reads positive everywhere. So you can see that when, of course, the auditor comes, you will be more interested in your trial balance. This one here, this is what you will be more interested in, and in case it needs the details of your accounts, of the entries you've passed, you can go into details by printing the ledger accounts. You just copy all the ledgers and export. And export, for those who are now been following my Microsoft Access application, you can even go here and look for the table which has the information. And yeah, this table is I called it journal. You can export all this information and give it to the auditor. So I think with that, let me end here. Thank you very much for following me, and in case you want to download this application, please click on the link below, download it, try it out, and in case you need the a version which you can edit to suit your needs, please send me mail and I'll be able to support you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please like the video, share the video, and I look forward to speaking to you once again. Thank you so much. Bye for now, and of course my subsequent video will be about sales and inventory system, which is also exciting to tune in and listen and see how it works. Thank you very much. Bye for now.